people talking
to you. He's already in motion, standing still, lady.
Yeah, we already back at you, family. We back at you, family. Told you we are going to do a little Q&A today. I know it was announced at the last minute, but we're here. Hope you wrote down a couple of questions. Feel free to put them in on the chat. Brother Ali and I are here, and we'll do our best to entertain the questions. And if we aren't able to entertain the questions, I bet you we can find someone who can, and we can still get that answer for you. Because we got a nice network, family. We're connected to some people. All of us are, but we use our resources. We're not afraid to ask for help. So, Brother Ali, you were saying that on the other day you actually had an injury, or you...
Yeah. Matter of fact, it was Thursday morning, about 10 after 6. I was catching a bus, and as I got on the bus, I was going to take another step up to the higher level to reach the other seats. And as I stepped up, there was, the seat has a metal bar that comes down like this, and the top part of my knee caught that bar in a full stride coming up. Oh, you talk about pain. I hurt all the way there. I started tapping down my knee, which helped to ease the pain just by simple tapping down. Just like that, just touching. And it actually helped to relieve a lot of pain. But as the day went on, you know, I kept walking on it all the time, so, you know, it started hurting. So when that evening when I got home, Peyton was talking to me about a Qigong, the inner smile, I think is what it was.
Okay.
And that made me think of one of the Qigong movements that I have done in one of my Qigong forms. I just happened to pull it out because I've hurt my knee once before, and I learned to push that part out of my knee. Same thing happened Thursday evening. I started doing a little pushing, bending my toes forward, and then out, pushing out, inhale, relaxing, exhale.
Oh, then pull back.
Pull back. Yeah, I got a knee brace. I got a brace on
dorsiflexion.
mine. Yeah, dorsiflexion.
Pull back, and then plantar flexion.
Plantar, exactly.
Down.
And then pull your knee in, inhale, relax, come up with it, pull your knee in, push out through the heel, hold it, squeeze it, send that chi to that injured area. I sent the chi to my knee. I did this for about 5 minutes. And
Hold it in that position?
Yeah, hold it in that position. Inhale, relax. Exhale, heel first, okay, and push out, holding the breath. Breathe in, hold your breath, push the chi out, push it to the injured area. In that case, it was my knee. So inhale, and then I just hold that, and then exhale, bring it in. Now put your toes toward the ground and push out. Again, inhale, push, hold it, send the chi to the knee, okay? Do that for like 10 seconds. Take a breath in, pull the knee back, and then start again with the heel comes out, pushing out, holding your breath for about 10 seconds, squeezing, pushing the chi to the knee. Inhale, relax, bring it back, and then the toes will go out, okay? Send the chi to it, add pressure, tightening up that part of your leg all the way to my knee where the injury is. So that way it sends the chi to that area. Okay, now inhale, relax. Again, starting with the heel. Inhale, hold, and push, using a little chi. Okay, exhale. Inhale, come back. Exhale, start out with the heel, and it's a heel and toe form. Okay, the first part is your heel comes out. Okay, then inhale, relax. Leg comes back in. Now the toe will go out. Push out. And you can actually feel the chi moving to that area. Okay, do that for about 5 or 10 minutes. And then after I had done this, I felt my knee just go numb. I could feel the chi running down the sides of my leg to my kneecap. And it just surrounded my kneecap in a warmth feeling. And within 2 to 3 minutes, my pain was gone.
Wow.
I mean, literally gone. And I haven't worn my knee brace since. But I am careful with it. But I keep doing that 2 to 3 times a day. Do that for like 3 or 4 days. Because you want to get the chi to open up. To get the chi to open up and actually start the healing in that area. Strengthening the kneecap as much as possible. That's one of the Qigongs that I will be teaching later on. But that's only part of it. But it will open up and build your muscles and tissues in your body. What this form does is it's like Yi Jin Jing, muscle tendon changes. It's based on the same thing, but it's a lot fewer exercise. And what this does internally is to build muscle, tendons, bones, all 3 together to become one, which makes your whole body like a piece of iron from the inside out. So it's actually protective of all internal organs, okay? Not only that, you will start developing strength. Your body will start to fill out. In about 3 months, 4 months, you'll feel a big difference. I mean, muscles will be popping out everywhere, but they will be solid muscles. They'll be like a piece of steel. So actually, there's one older gentleman that has been doing this for many years. And 2 guys jumped him with a baseball bat and beat the living daylights out of him. But the only thing it did to him was bruise his skin. There was no broken bones, no internal injuries at all. None. So that helps to protect your organs on the inside, okay, by building all of this up. It increases your chi as well. So all of this will be taught to you later on. But since a lot of us have been doing Tai Chi and Qigong, you have this chi already built and stored in your own body.
That's true.
The thing is, sometimes that teaches us to use our own chi.
Right.
I wouldn't have thought about it that way until I got hurt, you know. And then a few things mentioned, and then I'm sitting there talking to Peyton, and I'm doing this, and it's like, okay, man, the pain's gone. I don't need anything else.
Right.
That was the first thing that popped into my mind to do. Boom, pain gone.
So I guess sitting here listening, I'm like, wow, so basically everybody could benefit from this.
Oh, yes. Yeah, everybody.
Because it's
Everybody.
strengthening your organs, it's strengthen your immune system and everything else.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, and it protects your body. Believe it or not, I've had trained with 2 other guys many years ago. in a certain kind of way. But we had a Qigong and a private class with a Sifu, and he told us to go to this knockout class that George Dillman was putting on at the time.
All right.
And one of the guys that works for George Dillman, helping knocking people out and bringing them to, came over to where my friends and I were, and asked one of my friends to, here, let me show you how it's done. And he said, sure. So the guy hit him, came down, and then tapped him, and my friend's head just turned around, and he's still looking at him, and the guy is expecting him to fall.
Yeah.
You know, he didn't. He's just still standing. The guy says, well, here, let me do it one more time. And this time he hit him even harder. He just went, whack, pow. And my friend Jim's head just turned and came back. That tells you there, when that happened, that we just came from the Qigong class for a couple hours. So our Qi was built up. Our Qi was flowing. That told me right then and there that you cannot interrupt the Qi flow when it's doing that.
Mm-hmm. That's a powerful one. That's a powerful one. You know, a lot of people in America, they don't really understand what Qi is because it's not taught here. Or they've been taught something incorrectly. They think it's something mystical, or
Yeah.
they don't understand that it's just a natural part of who they are. You know?
Right, right. And it all takes time and effort. You put that time and that effort into it. The magic part of it is what your body can do for you. You know, you're helping it to strengthen up, and all of these things. You're also opening yourself to a more of a spiritual level. When you do the Tai CHi, the Qigongs, that's a whole total level of spirituality that we're striving to reach for.
Right. When you were demonstrating the dorsiflexion and the plantar flexion, that made me think of the Tai Chi form, because inside the Tai Chi form, when we do our kicks, we have a heel kick, and when we do the heel kick, that is a dorsiflexion because we want to pull the toes back.
Right.
So it's the same type of thing to get that energy to go all the way
Yes.
out. And then when we kick to the corners, we kick with our toes.
Right.
So now you have a plantar flexion. So
Right,
same thing
exactly,
with
exactly.
a different intention.
Yeah, that's it.
Only thing that's different is that you mentioned that we actually contract the muscle when you're
Yes.
doing that.
Yeah.
And that makes sense for that purpose,
Yeah.
to bring that
And,
energy.
yeah, you use the shin to move the Qi. So you're using your mind, just thinking, okay, you know, I'm going to send Qi to the injured area, which for me it was my knee.
Right.
So doing that, and I could feel it going up the side of my leg to my
Sure.
knee.
It's a beautiful thing. It is a super grand day. Sister Kim is here. So glad to see you caught us here today, live and direct. And Sister Michelle.
All right.
Yeah, we just sitting here. Brother Ollie was sharing a personal experience that he just recently went through with a knee, banging his knee on a very hard object. And he was telling us how he actually healed his knee. And I was showing him how that technique that he shared is also very similar to Tai Chi's way of manifesting a toe kick and a heel kick. So it's very interesting to see the parallels in the healing arts, you know.
It is.
Tai Chi is, some people say, oh, it's a martial art. And other people saying, oh, it's a spiritual art. Some saying, no, it's a healing art. To me, it's all of those if you want it to be.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So it can be just for health, and hey, what's wrong with having good health? You know what I
Well,
mean?
that's what we all thrive for, is
Right.
to have that perfect health, that equal harmony and balance within ourselves.
Right. I always say with the soul group, I'm like, you know, our main mission is to age well.
That's true.
You know, a lot
Yeah.
of people don't think of it when they're young. That when you're young and you don't have any situations going on, you don't think about when you get old.
No.
You know,
No, you don't.
a lot of older people are dependent on people to help them. You know, but if we continue to do our practices and keep ourselves healthy, I'm sure that we won't be as dependent on others, you know, and we can live that life.
Oh, exactly.
All right, look
exactly.
at you. You're doing your, yeah.
Be doing it when I'm 125 years old.
That's what I'm talking about.
Then I'll be out there doing these things.
Why not? Any questions coming out from Soul Group? You guys got any questions y'all wanted to ask in regards to anything dealing with Tai Chi, Qigong, energy work, massage?
Sam says this is good for her bad knee.
Oh, that technique, yeah.
All right.
So if you think about it,
Yes.
it's got to be good for a bad knee.
Oh, here we go. Michelle Davis. This is amazing. Is there a Tai Chi session training for 10-year-olds with high energy?
Oh. Yeah, we only laugh because I understand. One thing about Tai Chi, with it being so slow, most children absolutely hate it because their natural energy is to be moving around fast. Now, there are some people who teach children Tai Chi. I'll be honest with you, it's very few children that are patient enough to sit there like that. To me, it's almost like they're being tortured.
Yeah.
You know, my kids all did it, and I'll tell you what, they all hate it. All of them hate it, and they don't want anything to do with it right now. My wife kind of forced them to do it.
Oh,
I
okay.
didn't, but she did.
Right.
Yeah, she's like, they got to go with you. I'm like, all right.
Ooh, is Qigong a progression to Tai Chi? I would say the other way around, actually.
Well, they all complement each other.
What I would say, I definitely say they all complement each other. One could come before the other, but you cannot have Tai Chi without having Qigong.
Exactly.
You can have physical movements that look like Tai Chi, but in order to really and truly have Tai Chi, you have to have the proper energy movement. And Qigong teaches us how to move the breath and the energy in unison. Without that, your Tai Chi is just a Tai Chi look-alike, but not really the essence of Tai Chi. And sadly enough, that's what most people's Tai Chi is, because in Master's book, Master Liao, he talked about it. He says in the old days, in order to learn Tai Chi, you had to learn how the energy worked inside of each and every posture.
Exactly.
And you learn that as you learn the form. You learn simultaneously how to move the energy, and you also learn how to do the choreography. But once it came here to the Western world, people wanted the easy route, and they started trying to do it the wrong way. Learning the choreography first, and then reverting back to learn the energetics that's inside of the form. And to me, I can see why Master said that is completely incorrect. You should learn the movement and the energy that's inside of the form at the same time, inside of each and every posture. If you're learning a movement, just choreography, it's not Tai Chi.
Exactly.
It's Tai Chi look-alike, which is good, but it's just not as good as it could be.
I agree. When I was studying with my Sifu, he was a total Taoist, and he taught me a lot of stuff, massages, herbs, Qigongs, Tai Chi, as well as different styles of Kung Fu. So all of this came together to become one, and that was when I had became his student, and as time went on, he had to work on some of his students who were injured. And doing so, I was there with him, and I enjoyed that. And he says, "Oh, you enjoy that, don't you?" I said, "Yes, Sifu, I love it." I was looking for something different at the time, better than Western medication, things of that nature that just, to me and me only, this is just my point of view. My body's not made for chemicals to have side effects. I mean, some of these side effects, you know, includes vomiting, diarrhea, blurred vision, things of that nature, and just feeling out of sort.
Right.
I don't like that.
No.
my body is not made to do that. I've been raised on herbs all my life. Even when I was a kid, my dad would make concoctions. Here you go.
Take some of this. No
And,
side effects.
Yeah, no side effects. You know,
Speaking of, we got a question here from Sister Michelle Davis. Are there food energetics that should be employed during intense practice?
can do goji berries, red jujube dates, which is good for the body.
What about the beverage we talked about earlier that bring back your hair color?
Oh, yes. If y'all have any Oriental stores that you can go to, they come in a box about yay tall. It's called Shou Wu Chi. Shou Wu Chi, which actually helps to make your hair come back to its natural color. But it also, with all the herbs that is combined in it, helps your internal organs. Okay,
right.
so it helps to, support and strengthen. So your hair goes back to its natural color.
Shou Wu Chi.
And if you can drink it every day for a period of 2 years, you will not lose one hair off of your head.
Shou Wu Chi.
And Shou Wu Chi strengthens that and gives your hair, it makes it silky soft, but it also makes your hair strong and you don't lose not one hair off your head. I had a Sifu in China, which, man, I shook his head like this and he's bobbing. Not one hair. Not one hair ever came out of that man's head.
So for a 10-year-old, what forms of martial arts should be engaged before advancement to Qigong? I don't know if that's...
You know what I would say, family, in regards to that? For anyone it's important, but especially our children. More important than the style that you choose to get your child involved in, I would say it's the teacher. You gotta meet the teacher. You gotta meet the teacher and make sure that teacher is displaying what you want your child to display.
Yeah.
That's the most important thing. And as far as the breathing and all that stuff like that, I didn't even know what Qigong was until I was 30 years old. And I started martial arts when I was 12. So that won't even be a concern for your 10-year-old for years from now. Although they will learn how to breathe correctly, but as far as getting a 10-year-old involved in Qigong specifically, it's going to be a very shallow approach to Qigong anyway. So I wouldn't be so concerned with that. It'll be more of an introductory to the proper way of breathing than, getting into energy work.
Unless the child is particularly invested or interested in developing psychic abilities and internal
and
qualities.
that could be that could be it.
Yeah, I mean, I know that me personally as a child, I grew up always interested in being psychic, always interested in being able to use my body in a superior fashion compared to what most people would think is average.
I told your mom you were 1 in a million, actually.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
So it's 1 in a million kids that's going to be interested in that, and if they are, I'm not going to hold a kid back. I'm going to let them learn about it. Personally.
They've got to be dedicated to it.
Yeah.
That's the first
Find
thing.
a good teacher, sister. Start searching out for a good teacher, and you interview those teachers.
Yep. And another good way to make sure, if you interview them and you think that they're good, a good way to make sure that they're good is go and watch the class.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
That they want to put your child in.
Mm-hmm.
And the key component to being able to tell how good the teacher is how busy the students stay.
That's true.
If the students are looking confused, like they don't know what goes on next or what they should be doing, and somebody doesn't go and help that person within 5 minutes, chances are that you could find a better teacher.
That's true. Yeah, write that down.
Yeah.
That's it right there.
Exactly.
That's it. That's it. Go watch a class and watch those students, family.
Any references? I don't know, Sifu. Do you still do lessons?
Do I do lessons?
Yeah, you do lessons on video, right?
Yeah.
We don't actually know where you're at, Sister Michelle, so we don't really have any physical references for you, but everything is weird with COVID anyways.
Maybe she's asking a reference as far as a teacher that I would recommend.
Right.
What city is she in?
I don't know. I'm not certain.
Find out what city and what state.
Yeah, where are you at, Michelle?
I can find out. I'll definitely look around and reach out.
Yeah.
Send me a personal message.
Yeah, nice. Nice one.
That includes the city.
Hey, she's in Northeast New York City.
Oh, wow.
Is that by Pam?
Maybe getting close.
We might actually have somebody near you.
Exactly. Do me a favor so that I make sure that I remember your inquiry and send me a private message, please. Just send that to my Facebook, and then I'll make sure that I take care of that.
Yeah, thank you, Sister Michelle.
I'll be happy to do that.
Yeah, happy to have you. She'll do so, she says.
Nice.
All right.
She'll do so.
Nice.
There you go.
Any more questions?
That seems to be it for the time being.
All right.
What do you think? We still got a good 23 minutes before our next class. Should we get prepared for that, or pop it off a little early, or?
If we don't have any questions, we could start getting ready for it.
All right. Well, y'all heard it. If you got any more questions, burning desires, definitely be sure to get them out there in the next few minutes.
Anything about your Tai Chi.
Anything.
About Tai Chi, period. Anything about Qigong.
Also, if you have any other kinds of injuries, like maybe in the shoulders or something, contact us. There's some Qigongs that we can show you, and you'll be surprised at how it will help your injury. Gainer, need to talk to you, lady. Get that Qigong going into that shoulder. We can do a little one-on-one if you would like, and I can show you and walk you through that. That will help your torn tissues and things of that nature to get strengthened up by sending the Chi to that area for you.
Right on.
Yeah.
Okay, well, is the tea ceremony an important thing?
The tea ceremony?
The tea ceremony, we've got a last burning desire question here.
Did somebody ask that?
Yep.
It is important, quite a bit to some people. If you know about the tea ceremony, it's very important. If you don't know about it, it's not important to you.
Oh, there you go.
But yeah, man, it's a whole meditative practice. It's a whole way of going about partaking, just sipping a cup of tea. So very important.
Is there a better time to practice Qigong and Tai Chi? Any time to avoid? Yes, especially in the beginning, you should practice when the when the Chi is most balanced. So that is sunrise and sunset.
Yes, I love my mornings.
Yep.
I go outside, it's about 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
I go outside, I sit down to wake up for a few minutes, look around, and then I get into my Qigong. Oh my gosh, that morning practice, it's something. I love my peace and quiet, but it's cool for me to absorb the heaven's Chi and the earth's Chi.
Yeah.
It is, for me, it is very strong at that point in time of a morning.
Plus, there are studies that suggest the sun produces red light waves
Yes.
in the beginning, like first, 15 minutes or 7 minutes of the sun peeking over the horizon.
Yes.
It gives you added nutritional benefits. The sun gives you nutrition.
That it does.
I've been saying it for years. Also, family, just like Brother Ali, I put my life in a routine. I changed my whole life according to Tai Chi practice. And I start training early as well. But don't let the time keep you from practicing. In other words, any time is a good time.
Yes.
It's better to practice at all than to not practice at all.
So
That's very.
There are optimal times, as Brother Peyton's told you, and he also told you why. But at the same time, make sure you get it in, family.
Yeah, and I mean, when you consider that 8% of your day is only 2 hours long, that's a pretty long-seeming small percentage.
That's true.
You know what I mean? 2 hours seems like a ridiculous amount of time when you can compare it to being only 8% of 24 hours.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, once you get a routine practice going in your life, you're not going to want to miss your practice, because waking up first thing in the AM and training, it sets your tone for the whole day. You know, you put yourself in a good mood. If you wake up in a bad mood, you put yourself in a good mood before you even begin entertaining anything outside of yourself. You go into your practice and you say, today is a good day. Today is a beautiful day. And that's how you start your day.
It's an awesome day.
Yes.
Should
Matter
we
of
be
fact,
barefoot while we're being awesome, Ollie?
You can.
You can be barefoot while you're awesome.
Yes.
Yeah. There's actually, when it comes to the barefoot, non-barefoot thing, there's a lot of pros and cons. And to be honest, I'm like right in the middle with that.
Same. You know, I was getting on the barefoot thing, and I love barefoot jogging.
Yeah.
Then I moved to a neighborhood where you don't want to be barefoot jogging.
That's true.
So then I'm like, okay, so now I'm reassessing the situation. Now I've got people jumping out of the woodworks telling me, you don't want to be barefoot because worms live on wet surfaces and they'll crawl up through your feet, and now you got worms. And I'm like, man, everybody's got worms. But I don't want to hear about it.
If you think about it, though, they are right in a way. Because look at where we're at. You're in town, so you have all kinds of animals coming through. Okay,
Everybody's right, I know.
but if you're out in the country, things like that you don't have to worry about.
Yeah.
There is not all of that kind of things like you would have in town.
The biome is balanced more.
Your cities, the chi and the energy in it is just so screwed up, excuse my language. Okay.
No, it is what it is, my brother.
So much negativity off in it, but in a way, it does teach you how to get into meditations. If you meditate outside, if anything, you can hear the noise, cars, sirens, people, anything like that. That means, and if you turn and look, then that means you're not meditating.
Exactly.
You've got to get into that meditating form of mind or frame of mind, and those noises will just disappear. You won't even hear them.
That's true.
It's part of training to get you into a deeper meditation.
Come and meditate with us, family.
Yes.
5:45 a.m. Eastern Standard Time every single day.
Yep.
Come and meditate with us, family.
Well, we got to jog off and start getting prepared for that next group private we're doing.
All right.
Disciples on the
Thank you,
Patreon.
family. You're